Hey guys, welcome to episode number 421. Today is Wednesday, so it's DIY Wednesday, and I finally completed the upgrades to the filter system on the 300-gallon stock tank, and I thought I would walk through the entire thing so you guys can see exactly how it works, exactly what media I'm using, where the pump is located, where the overflows are located, how everything is all hooked up. So we start with the 300-gallon stock tank, and from there we have an overflow tube. It is a 2-inch uniseal, and then I have some plastic screen material here to create a fry guard so that all the small fish stay in the stock tank and only the water goes through into the first barrel. And I have a twin wall polycarbonate lid that I've created for the barrel. I think that's helping to keep some of the evaporation down. And when I open this up, you guys can see what's inside. Last week we talked about the milk crate filter. There were some questions around what order to put your media in, your mechanical filter media, and I didn't say my words quite right, and I want to apologize for that. Here is how I would recommend that you place your media. First, I would start with the coarsest media that you have. In this case, I have Matala filter media. And from there, you want to go increasingly towards your smaller or smallest media. So the holes go from large all the way down to small. I've got 3 different grades of Matala filter material in there. Then I've got 2 grades of foam and a polishing pad on the bottom. Now the reason in last week's video that I put a blue bonded filter pad at the top was because I have a lot of really fine particulate matter in this stock tank, and so I wanted to remove that so that the water would be more clear, more crystal clear. And the reason I put that blue bonded on top was because I wanted that particulate matter to get filtered out before that water hit the water that's in the barrel. And the reason being is because I actually have an overflow now drilled into the side of this barrel. Again, it's a 2-inch uniseal, and that leads to a 2-inch drain line that goes to my sump pump, my wastewater sump pump. So when I have my drip line in here, I'm going to use this 1/4-inch drip line. I'm going to plumb that in so that there's water constantly dripping into this barrel, which will allow roughly 20 to 40 gallons of automatic water change every single day on this system. What that means is that the water level in this barrel is going to be quite high. It's going to be all the way up to that 2-inch drain line. And so the blue bonded that's on the bottom of this milk crate is actually going to be underwater. So the idea was, if I have a piece of blue bonded at the top, yes, it might get clogged up a little bit faster. Yes, the larger or coarser media isn't going to do its job quite as well, but I would be able to get that fine particulate out of the water before it gets submerged, and then it just gets released into the filter barrel. Anyways, that's probably going to be a topic for more discussion, but as you can see, I have this milk crate propped up on a piece of PVC, so that's right where I want it. So my overflow water is going into this milk crate. Again, I can pull this out, I can flush it out, I can rip it apart and clean it, and I'm not really concerned about the biologic cycle that's in this media because I have another barrel for that. The only other thing that I have in this barrel, besides a few fry that I need to collect, is a very large pump. And that actually has a valve on that which I can adjust to adjust my water flow up into the next barrel. Essentially, I have a pressure relief valve, so some of the water is actually returning to this barrel, the rest is going up this pipe, and that goes into my DIY spray bar. And you might have seen a video last week or the week before that on the spray bar. Again, I've got the twin wall poly lid, and then in here we've got water spraying in the spray bar, and then I've got 2 or 3 very large air stones, as you can see, which is doing a really good job at moving this K1 micro filter material. This is a moving bed filter, and K1 micro is basically the best stuff that you can get because it's going to last forever. It's self-cleaning, and it does a really, really good job at maintaining your bio cycle. So that's that barrel, and the water is nice and clean by the time it gets in there. So the filter material in there, the K1, is not going to get clogged up. And then we have another overflow there. It's another 2-inch Uniseal line, which dumps the water back into the 300-gallon stock tank. So that's the complete cycle. We've got 300 gallons of water in here. We probably got about 40 gallons in here and another 50 in here. And when I have that auto water change drip line installed, I will constantly be changing water over in this system. I will constantly be dripping wastewater back out of this system, and hopefully it all works exactly like it's intended to. The 2-inch lines are pretty oversized for the amount of water that I'm sending through this, but just as a general rule of thumb, I always like to oversize things like this so that I reduce the chance of something clogging up and something failing. So I've got a 1-inch line there for the spray bar. Everything else is a 2-inch line, and I'm pretty happy with the results of that. Anyways, guys, that's the 2-barrel filter system. The newest addition is that overflow line, and the next project I will be working on is getting the drip installed in this system so that I never have to do a water change again on the system, because it will be doing it every day automatically, just like my fish tank system. Hope you guys enjoyed that overview of the filter system on the stock tank, and I'll see you guys later.